just got yelled at again. Good news is I got my Benadryl, but I asked for Mucinex, and the story was they're out of Mucinex. They're out of guaifenesin, which she knows pisses me off her, and she says guaifenesin, and it's guaifenesin, and it's Mucinex or any form of expectorant which I need because of my allergies right now, but she couldn't find it, and she was too tired to get it, and so I went to the Kroger's website to see if it's really true that it's so very limited that there's not Mucinex, there's not any kind of generic, there's not any kind of expectorant whatsoever, and I went to show her, which was stupid. I couldn't help myself. Stupid. And immediate anger, and I didn't film it because I was showing her the website. She wanted to hold the damn thing, and I said, no, just look at it. And she said, well, I can't do it. And she just really escalated really quick for a question. You cannot question. You can't question. You just can't question. You can't question. You can't doubt. I don't know what that means. That you can't go to somebody and say, look, this is what guaifenesin is. It's Mucinex. It's an expectorant, basically. I was shaking by the time I got in here. I mean, she screamed my name, hollered my name, and I got the hell out of there. I'm a dumbass. I hauled ass. I haven't eaten all day because you can't. And now I can't because I can't go in the kitchen because there's a guard in there, and the guard is very angry at me for asking a question. Anyway, I hauled ass. I could be wrong about the website. I could be wrong about Kroger having it. They may not have it. They may be completely out of every kind of expectorant there is. It's possible. This is 2021. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. But how do you just let them get away with stuff and not ask any questions? You're not allowed to ask any questions about stuff you need. It's like, people are going, why can't you go get your own medicine? Because I can't drive. And the stores are way down the hill. Can I walk down there? Yes. Can I come back now? Yes, I can. But I have to take my dog with me because I have a little bit of a panic disorder and social anxiety, and I can't take my dog in the store. I don't have a driver's license because I didn't jump my ass out of bed on my birthday 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and go to the DMV to get my driver's license on my birthday. And it was never discussed again because I screwed up. You know, I didn't want to get out of bed and go get my driver's license on my birthday. Because screw that. It's a pain in the rear end. So now I can't drive. She tried to get it to where I didn't even have my truck. She had it parked at a friend's house because she told me that the HOA gave us a ultimatum that you can't park cars in the street. And this is what I was told. Of course, that was when I didn't ask questions. I didn't say, can I see the letter? No, I didn't ask that. I just trusted, and I got mad at people around here. There's no telling. There's no telling if they've done that or not. Other people park on the street just fine. I can understand the lawn people need to park along the street right there, right where we are. I get it. But the garage was full of crap. I mean crap everywhere. And it wasn't my crap. It was robotic crap. It's been sitting there rotting and just huge shit. I mean, a submarine was in here. A gigantic freaking submarine. And when I finally got to that part, I had to take it apart. There's no... And create a space for my truck. But that was a problem too, because for some reason it wasn't cool for me to have my truck back in my space in the garage. And nobody's using the space. It was trashed. It was stacked to the ceiling with shit. And I cleaned it up so I could have a space to work. And I cleaned it up so I could get my truck in here because everybody's bitching about it. And I'm sorry, and I don't know what to do. Anyway, she had it at a friend's house to protect the friend. And the friend really wanted it there. They wanted it there, and I was supposed to accept that my truck would be way the hell over across town at somebody's friend's house because they feel more comfortable having a truck there in their garage. And I just didn't buy the story, and the key to it is, when I asked to get it back, the battery wouldn't start, so they had to go charge it up. Well, this was a day that I was ill, sick. I was so sick that just by standing up, 3 splurts of bile just came out of my mouth. I was so very sick. Felt like I was birthing the Antichrist for way longer labor than she ever imagined having. Okay? This lasted for days and days and days. Nausea, the whole 9. And I'm pretty sure it was obvious that I was sick. Well, on this evening, all of a sudden it was time to go get the truck, and you got to get the truck, and this, that, and the other. And I was just like, I can't tonight, I can't. I wanted the truck back, when all of a sudden, when I'm sick, when I'm really, really, really sick, this is the time to go do it. Get up out of bed and help me do this. And it was amazing. It was just incredible. Incredible. And I lost it. I did. I felt so bad that I just hollered at her, and I told her, and she said, we have to go. I mean, it was a pure panic, pure narcissistic panic. On the very day that the friend wanted it there, right? But then, because you're sick, we got to do it right now. We got to do it right now. Because she was very upset that I was getting the truck back. I don't know why, except for maybe she's afraid I'm going to run away with my truck, which I might do. I might very well do. And, I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that this was the moment she was going to pick to help me get my truck back. Anyway, they went and got my truck back. And I had to get up out of bed and go to the garage. Well, the sonbitch didn't fit. It was too long for what I had cleared out. And so my darling brother decided to stand over me with the garage filling up with carbon monoxide. He backed it in for me. I really appreciated that. He went and got it for me, and I appreciated that. But then he proceeded, and I assume she wound his ass up too, okay? But he came in acting like my friend, and I was in a state. I didn't feel good, and it didn't fit. And I screwed up some more. So he was standing right over me, right the hell over me. It was pressure city. It was tension and stress, and I was like, I can't move all this stuff. I'm gonna pass out because I was so weak from throwing up and everything else. And I went and sat down. And I was like, God, I'm gonna pass out. You know what he said? He said, well, if you're going to be so pissy, I'll just fuck off. And I was like, are you mad? No, I'm not mad. And, okay. Well, I'm not mad either, and I'm not mad at you. Number one, why are you mad? And I said, and then it just occurred to me, I was like, absolutely. I was like, thank you for bringing it over here. Thank you for bringing it over here. I appreciate it. And then it dawned on me, I was like, yeah, you can absolutely fuck off. That's exactly what I wanted him to do, is fuck off. And that's what he did. He tucked his tail and went around front and fucked off. And that was that. And didn't want his help. Didn't need his help. He was fucking it up, and he was putting pressure on me. Pressure. I'm watching you. You fucked up. Look, it doesn't fit. He told me I'm not a complete idiot. I'm like, well, you must be, because you're just standing there. There's shit to move around. It's, you know, and I'm really too tired to instruct you. You look like a giant idiot. And you can just always tell, because he gets this aura of, I'm gonna strip you of all the energy I can possibly strip. One time I bought pizza, and it's hard for me to buy pizza. It's hard for me. I can't call on the phone to order pizza, but now you can order online without talking to anybody. But you still have to answer the freaking door. So I ordered pizza, and I shared it with him. I said, we have pizza if you want some. Carried it to the kitchen. Before I could get a plate, he had 4 pieces of that shit on his plate. And I was just like, I didn't react, but he was just like, what you gonna do? And I didn't do nothing. But I hate shit like that. I hate it. And that's the kind of shit he does. He didn't want to hear this the other day, because I was telling a story about how he treated me when I was younger. But he didn't want to hear it. And he hollered over me, and he said, you always talk over people. And I'm like, that's exactly what you're doing, isn't it, Mr. Projection? Because that's what he does. He projects all his filth onto other people, especially me, because I'm easy. I've always been real easy to do that to. Except it's not so easy anymore because Melanie's awake. She's not a giant zombie walking around letting people shit on her all the time. And he don't like it. They do not like this. It's changing them. It's making them have to modify, and they don't want to do that. Even if it's killing me to be the other way. They don't give a shit. I mean, they don't give 2 fiddly fucks about it, basically. Anyway, I was telling the story when I was about 9 or 10. This man was, if I was 10, he was 18. He was up at, I won't say the name of the place, but he was at college in the East. And he came home for the summer, and I'd sit up with him late nights. We would play Hand After Hand, Spite and Malice, which is an awesome card game, and I love playing it. I lost every game. I was 10 years old, and I lost every hand. And after every game that he won, the crowd goes wild, in your face, I won again, I won again. And this is like the 500th hand. Melanie finally won one. Melanie won one. But when Melanie celebrated, she just went like that. He cried. This 18-year-old, 19-year-old man cried. You know what it made me do? It made me not want to win anything. It made me not, it made me feel guilty. It made me feel horrible that I won. And I didn't know how to process that. I didn't know how to go, I still won, fuck you. At 10 years old, when he's a golden god playing football at Ivy League College. I was nobody. I was lucky to have a brother that would play with cards with me. So I'd lose hand after hand after hand and still just play and be so happy. When I tried to tell that story, which is bullshit on my part because I was bringing up everything but the kitchen sink and the kitchen sink, which was my bad. But when I tried to tell that story, he completely said, you just talk over people. And I'm like, isn't that what you just did? And I mean, the man filibusters. He's the one that sits at the dining room table and filibusters. He whatever he read an hour before, he wants to test everybody on, he wants to lecture everybody on. And I'm like, I didn't sign up for your seminar, and you're usually wrong. You are usually completely wrong. And he'll make 3 agreements with you, or 2 or 3, and on the next one he will pivot and do the exact opposite, just to test you and fuck with your head. And then he'll do the word salad rabbit trail, and she's good at that too. The word salad rabbit trail, where you gotta sit there for, especially him, he will lecture for hours. And it's just to drain you of energy. It's just to see how long they can keep you there. That's what's fucked up about it. And I didn't never realize this shit before. I just don't want to hear it. He said that the big mosquitoes, he's very authoritarian. The big mosquitoes, the mosquito hawks, are the males. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not the males. They're an entirely different species. And besides, when in the insect world have you ever seen the males be bigger than the females? It's never that way, but it's got to be something about the males are bigger, whatever. And he tried to say that frogs were mammals one time, and I was like, no, bro. And he was like, yes, they are. They give live birth. And I was like, one word, tadpoles, tadpole eggs. Don't you remember those? They were everywhere when we were little, playing in well, he was never little when I was little. Tadpole eggs, they'd be in every little puddle. And they're amphibians, they're not mammals. And so shit like that comes out of his mouth, and he's the authority. He's the one everybody's always listened to. I mean, when it's always holding forth in front of the TV and people trying to watch TV. It's always, you have to listen to the lecture, the fucking political lecture or whatever in the hell else he decides to talk about. And they just let him ramble on. Nobody else is allowed to talk. Not allowed, you know, unless you engage him and become his pupil and submit yourself to the insubordinate student role. And it's like, you're an idiot. Or he'll start going off on some kind of word salad that sounds like just big words and numbers, and it's like, dude, you're nuts. And this is what you're supposed to worship in this family. You're supposed to bow down to that and scrape to it and kiss its foot and let it sit in the chair because, well, nobody else wants to sit in that chair now. And all sorts of things. And it's beyond frustrating to me to be the one that can't talk, can't ask nothing, can't get nowhere, can't get no progress. Nobody will meet halfway to do any kind of helping. It's just, and they gang up on me. And if I don't vent this yet, I will bust. I don't trust therapists because the first one I trusted blew her own brains out, allegedly. These people make you doubt your reality to the point that when your mama told you that your therapist blew her own brains out and you don't have any other kind of confirmation on that, you think, oh, maybe she just moved away and my mother told me she blew her brains out to fuck with my head. I don't know, because she does fuck with my head that bad. She just has zero tolerance for any kind of questioning. It's total disrespect to ask any kind of question. So, I don't know, I just want to go far, far away. I want to be free, but I also need to learn my lessons before I go, because I would just run right straight into some more if I don't learn my lessons. Learn how to set boundaries, which I've never known how to do. I've never known how to stand up for myself. I've never known how to ask questions. So when I do ask questions and I screw up, it's because I've never been able to do it before. I've never tried. I just said, okay, I'll just wait on you. And it gets worse when you start fighting back and you start not taking the bullshit anymore, because they ramp it up. I mean, they completely ramp it up. She hadn't screamed my name that loud in years. Last night, she did go get my Benadryl tonight, which was amazing. Only to tell me that there's no expectorant at the store whatsoever. And maybe she's telling the truth, but she certainly got mad really, really quick, because I was trying to show her on the iPad. She wanted to hold it, and that's what she got mad about, because I didn't want her to hold my iPad. I don't want anybody else to hold it. You can look at it if you quit grabbing for it and fuck off. She's like, give it, let me hold it. I'm like, get your greasy hands off of it. I'm just trying to show you that there's picture after picture after picture after picture after picture of Mucinex, mucus relief DM, mucus relief expectorant after another. But it wasn't kosher. She got mad so quick. She was like, well, let me see him. I can't see him. It's like, doesn't matter. I'm just showing you right here that you don't have to, this is the woman who brings me pictures of rectangles with colors on them, no price, no information about the phone that she's going to buy me for my birthday, which she waited 5 fucking months to do. And that was a big blow up. Remember that? And she go up and get mad at me because I'm showing her bottle after bottle after price after right on their website. And it's just, it's rules for thee, but not for me. And it's oppressive AF. It's stifling AF. It's soul killing, it's spirit killing. You can't be happy around this shit. You just can't be happy. Wearing me out. Just wearing me the hell out. So I was thinking maybe build a gypsy wagon on the back of my truck. Take off. Just need a place to sleep. Sell my artwork out of the back. Busk on my tailgate. But see, I can't do that because it will sabotage me. I will sabotage myself by taking off. But they're trying to force something, or something's coming to a head, and I can't help it. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm not taking any more shit. There's nowhere I can go. There's no way I can get away. And there's a reason why I'm here. And I've got to learn to deal with these people, or I will never be able to learn how to deal with the other people out there. And there's a lot of them. And they're even worse. The devil you know versus the devil you don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, so tired. I'm just so tired. Tired and bored. Oh well, it'll pass, it'll pass. It'll pass. Thanks for listening. Peace out.